Yeah, the Talent Pipeline Management Initiative provides a framework for employers to very actively develop a pipeline of talent, working in partnership with education and workforce providers. This is a real departure from what we've seen historically, where employers tend to have a fairly limited role, and then the education and training providers are sort of left to try to figure out what the employers want.
Business owners are not engaged enough with the source of where we can find our talent. If you ask most business owners, they're going to say they find their talent by advertising the job on Craigslist or putting it on a job board, instead of going to the schools that are actually teaching what we need.
To address some of the challenges, the first thing we're doing is focusing on what we can own and correct internally. So one of the things we are absolutely committed to doing is thinking about talent in more of a pipeline format. The biggest challenge is actually shifting the mindset to a longer-term view of talent and thinking about how do I build a broader supply or pipeline of talent so it's ready when I need it and where I need it. So that mindset shift is a big piece that I think is a challenge in industry. As you look at Alcoa, the complexity of the talent needs actually reflect the complexity of the business.
Well, employers and educators really need a new kind of partnership. Historically, they have not worked very effectively together. The places that are really excelling and taking this to a whole new level are working hand in hand with employers on a continual basis to understand how competencies in the workplace and education can be sort of brought together and continually improved to keep pace with changing job requirements and to ensure that the academic standing is also there.
The Chamber Initiative for the Talent Pipeline is a new concept, but it's a simple concept to employers like myself. Even small employers have been so engaged in supply chain management for years. For me, it's been a good collaboration. It's been a partnership of our other companies, whether they're in the state or nationally, to really do something about this.
So when I think about the skills gap, I think about a couple things. One of the biggest reasons I think it's pervasive is we aren't beginning with the end in mind. So what I mean by that is if jobs are the end goal, or that's the target condition, getting people employed and getting jobs in place, we need to focus on the employer first.
What we're doing is a partnership. We're not just sort of another education provider on a list. We're working with the employers to help them solve very specific challenges related to workforce, be it around talent and leadership development, retention, succession planning.
I think the bigger picture on the supply chain is what does it look like from a practical application standpoint? Because right now we have theory, we have thought, we have an outline of a paper, which I think is fabulous, but I think we really need to also show what does good look like? What do success stories look like, and demonstrate how people are using the supply chain concepts relative to talent, so we can actually get some people to start trying new things and applying the concepts to get the true success stories.